If you are a professional who works with parents of children with special needs, today's episode is absolutely for you. This episode, we're going to talk about how we can do something different, how we can do better when it comes to working with parents of children with special needs. This week, I'm going to DSD. I'm going to do something different, and we're going to head to the movies. The movie I'm going to talk about today, you can download it on Amazon. I think you're going to love this movie because it is so invaluable in the lessons it has to teach us as professionals and how important it is to have empathy. The title of the movie is If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You. The movie is by Mary Bronstein. She actually had created this movie based on her own experience, taking care of a chronically ill child, and she had to live in a motel for 8 months in San Diego. She said that this movie is 100% emotionally accurate for what she experienced, even though the facts may be different. This movie is really invaluable for people who work with children with special needs to develop some empathy and an ability to go on a parent's back porch and what they're dealing with when they're dealing with someone who is neurodivergent. I'm just going to share 5 takeaways from this movie. I highly recommend it. If this is a movie, I think every speech language pathologist, every special educator, every social worker or psychologist, occupational therapist, physical therapist, anyone who works with children with special needs, this movie is a must see. Okay, that's how strongly I feel about this movie. Mary Bronstein was brilliant in creating this movie as the director, and it's something that artificial intelligence simply could not do. It's that personal experience. The acting is incredible. Rose Byrne is the lead actress as the mother, and one of my favorite comedians, Conan O'Brien, is incredible as a dramatic actor. He does not disappoint. If you are a parent of a child who's a selective eater, where you're looking at the possibility of a feeding tube, this may be too much for you to handle. Let's talk about the takeaways from this movie. The first takeaway is don't judge parents, assume good intent. People are doing everything they possibly can to help their child. They are giving all of their capacity. And if the child is not thriving, it is not because the parent is not giving 100%, they're giving all that they can. It's because it's beyond the parent. There's other challenges involved when a child is not thriving. And the easy thing to do is to pass the buck and say, it's because the parent doesn't do this. And really, it's so much more complex. The parent is doing everything they can. It is not an issue of the parent not having the intention of good. The issue is the parent does not have the capacity. The parents are people, they're not superheroes. The judging, the blame game will get you nowhere. Never, ever judge the parent. Just don't do it. It won't get you anywhere. Number 2 is being present over being professional. A lot of times when we put on that SLP badge, that professional badge, acts as a barrier in which you're no longer human to human, you're professional to parent. And there's that expert model that enters into the mix. That expert model is when you're there to tell the parent what they should be doing. These professionalese talk, this slogans talk, this jargon talk, these words of wisdom. Perhaps if we take the badge off, we will be more present. We will tell the parent what the parent needs to hear at this time and at this moment based on what they bring to us in a conversational, back and forth, transactional manner, human to human. This was illustrated so brilliantly in the movie by Conan O'Brien being the mother's therapist, talking about the importance of putting this steel metal glove on when working with lab rats so that the professional doesn't get hurt. It's a very interesting metaphor that symbolizes how that badge can serve as our metal glove. We're creating a boundary in which we are no longer human to human, but professional to parent, expert to novice in providing information. I think of Ellen Langer's countless books on mindfulness. She talked about how doctors interact with their patients differently when they take the badge off, when they take the lab coat off. Take those off and talk to the parents human to human. Get rid of all the slogans, get rid of all the jargon, get rid of all of those words of wisdom that you say the same thing to every parent you work with. Meet the parent where they are, say what they need to hear at that time and at that moment and in that space. That's what human interaction is. It's a dance. It's back and forth. Lesson 3, listen more and lecture less. Let the person talk. Let the person tell you what they're experiencing. Let the person tell you what they feel and take it from there. How often do you listen to parents? I can tell you for myself because I'm so time crunched. When I meet with a parent after when dropping a child off and there's another child waiting, usually it's a 2-minute spiel. Okay, we're working on this and this. Make sure to do this. 3 sentences out of there. I never get the opportunity, unfortunately, to say, tell me about how the week went, like they do in the early intervention model. What are the challenges right now? What are the successes right now? What we had a lot of in this movie is no one was attuned to each other. No one was listening to each other. Everyone was talking, but not listening. This is what's happening this week, and this is and instead of responding, the doctor would say, this is what needs to happen. And she would go into her spiel and speak the professionalese. There was no listening. Everyone was tone deaf to others. There was no attuning to your communication partner. Takeaway number 4, ask, are you actually adding stress with your quote unquote support? What I mean is, are you actually putting more on this overtaxed parent's plate? Make sure to do this home practice. Make sure to do this in your routine as well. We're simply adding to the demands, and the capacity is already outweighed. What are we doing? We are flipping the scale. We're stressing the system even more. Think about that. Is my support, quote unquote, in which I'm telling the parent, when you wake up, do this. At lunchtime, do this. At dinner time, make sure to do this home practice every day as well. Takeaway number 5, burnout. You can see someone doing all the things. And a lot of times, this type of perfectionism, the A plus best student in the class type of behavior, is actually a masking for burnout, a way of dealing with all of the anxiety. Many of our parents are in chronic stress mode. Their cortisol levels are through the roof. They are going 100% each and every day. This is how the movie shows it, the burnout. This is what happens when people are spinning all of the plates and making everything happen everywhere all at once. There's a point where, boom, they're going to fall flat on their face. So burnout can be invisible, not only for when it comes working with the parents we're working with, but also special education professionals. The rate of burnout is notoriously high for special education professionals. Burnout is real. It's at a very high rate. Most special education teachers burn out before 5 years in the field. Parents, they have a very high rate of burnout as well. And so what we want to do is not wait until it's too late, and to always thinking about, what can we do to build this parent's capacity? What can we do to build this parent's self-efficacy? Your mental health, your physical health. You have to be in top condition because the stressors are so high. I take that so seriously because burnout rates are extremely high for people who work with special needs and for parents who have children with special needs. Always thinking about how you can build your own capacity and how you can build the parent's capacity. It has to be front and center, always on your mind. Those are the 5 takeaways from this movie. The movie is going to allow you to step on the back porch through cinema, and it's going to give you a glimpse of what it's like parenting a child with special needs. When you're in that parent's shoes for that short amount of time, you just want to shake all of the professionals and be like, listen to me, help me, respond to me as a human being, see me as a person. I don't want us to be one of those people that the parent wants to shake at the end of the day. If you want to prevent burnout, check out the SIS membership. You have your activities. You set up your activities for the week. You are one and done. The activities are highly engaging. They're highly educationally rich. You're using universal design for learning principles that treat the whole child in a multisensory, multimodal manner. In every child on your caseload, they are using universal design for learning principles, which is multimodal nature. When we present literacy, language, speech, it's done in a multimodal manner. For all children, you're going to get gains more quickly, and it's going to be more resistant to regression. It's meaningful. If you haven't checked out the SIS membership, it's going to help you in the sense of preventing burnout because your capacity is going to be much better, having already made educationally rich and highly engaging activities for all the children on your caseload. You're one and done, and you can be present. You can be focusing on the interactions. And that is where the magic's going to happen. Take all of this information and do what you do best and make the world a better place. One child at a time. You will always be first.